Keir Starmer has been rejecting criticism of his defence spending following the resignation of his Defence Secretary, John Healey. His replacement, Dan Jarvis, started work today, but the Prime Minister's spokesperson was unable to say if he had agreed to the plans that led to his predecessor resigning. Speaking to the BBC this afternoon, Keir Starmer defended his government's plans.
I don't agree. These are hard-edged decisions. They're decisions that have been taken, and we are seen as a leading member of NATO. There are two very important coalitions that have been formed. The first of them is to put in place the security guarantees for Ukraine. The leaders of that coalition are the UK, and I'm very proud about that, alongside France and Germany. A second coalition, which is to allow safe passage through the Straits of Hormuz, a coalition, again, led by the UK, and I'm very proud of that, and by France alongside us.
Let's have a word about this with our political correspondent, Ali Fortescue. Hi, Ali. I mean, he's been embattled for quite a long time now, with others resigning from the cabinet. The difference here is it seems to be more to do with a point of principle rather than just politics.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, this was definitely a resignation on a point of principle, but that doesn't mean there's not a huge amount of politics here. And look, you heard the Prime Minister there. I think what he's trying to do is put himself in the picture in terms of what's been happening on the global stage. You know, he talked about the coalition of the willings, the work he's been doing with other countries on Ukraine and on the Strait of Hormuz. And in his letter, which I have to say was not very friendly to John Healey, who's been a kind of long-term ally and loyalist, used the word "we" several times. I think he is trying to say, look, the show goes on, I'm still at the heart of this. And he, to be fair to him, has been seen by Labour MPs to have done pretty well on the world stage. But that does not change the fundamental fact that the Defence Secretary, a towering figure in the Labour Party, not someone that you would expect to resign. This was not like Wes Streeting's resignation a few weeks ago, has decided to throw the towel in on a point of principle. It is obviously there are all the military ramifications that we've been talking about, and to be fair, they have managed to appoint John Jarvis, who is a pretty popular figure and solid figure in the Labour Party and beyond. But the trouble does not end there. I've spoken to several government sources in the last 24 hours, and even people, you know, pretty close to the Prime Minister, who previously said there might be a window, maybe the sheen was coming off Andy Burnham, a key leadership contender that could be in Westminster before too long. Even those who thought there might be a window of opportunity for the Prime Minister are now talking about him as a dead man walking. So how much longer will he be able to sustain it? It does seem like he is defiant, certainly listening to that interview and speaking to people close to him. It sounds like he's going to fight till the bitter end. But how long? I mean, we're not in a leadership election yet, I should say, but it is being openly talked about for a long time. And yesterday was a very big blow for a Prime Minister in deep trouble.